Hey, I'm Logan.
And I'm Jennifer Lopez.
Are you really? Does that make me Ben Affleck?
Oh, don't say that.
What's wrong with Ben Affleck?
I think it makes you Owen Wilson.
Well, yeah. Well, no. If you were Cat Valdez, then I'd be.
Sorry.
Then I'd be Frankie Owen. Is that his name in the movie?
I don't even. Is his first name Frankie?
Oh, Charlie.
I was about to say, where did you get Frankie from?
I don't know.
But I don't know.
The IE made a lot of sense to me, and it wasn't wrong. Who are you actually?
Alyssa.
Cool. Good. Now everyone listening knows who you are.
Yeah, but if I would have said Jennifer Lopez, we might have gotten more listeners. Do you realize how you just kind of messed that one up for us?
That's kind of fraud. So
Is it?
This isn't Ocean's 11, all right?
Is this really fraud?
Yes.
Would I get arrested for saying that I'm Jennifer Lopez?
Maybe.
Probably not.
Well, I mean, it takes a lot of people to listen to this, so yeah, I guess you're right.
Thank you.
So if you didn't know, we were talking about Marry Me this week, and also our podcast is about movie marketing. So we're talking about the marketing and advertising of the new film in theaters and on Peacock, Marry Me, starring Jennifer Lopez and Owen Wilson.
We already said that.
Well, kind of. Not as explicitly as that.
Yeah.
You ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So this was directed by Coiro. And here's a quick synopsis from IMDb. Music superstars Cat Valdez and Bastien are getting married before a global audience of fans. But when Cat learns, seconds before her vows, that Bastien has been unfaithful, she decides to marry Charlie, a stranger in the crowd, instead. Two things. One, best premise for a movie ever. Just A+ all around the board. Two, is it Bastion or
It's Bastien? Like Sebastian. Sebastian, yeah. So they say Bastion.
No, I feel that. But they do say Bastien in the movie a couple times.
But not all the times?
Not all the times. They also say Bastion.
Because they explain that it's Sebastian, but they call him Bastion.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
then the movie gets it wrong a few times. But it's what's that other... Oh, it's kind of like how Lando calls Han Solo Han Solo.
Well, yeah, and some people call you Logan.
Yeah, some people do.
Exactly. Or Log.
Yeah, that's a real nickname.
Yeah.
The director has directed a lot of TV before.
Like?
Oh no, I'm blanking.
You didn't even write it down?
No, I didn't write it down. It's some episodes of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Interesting.
Yeah, but she's done some more stuff recently too. But this seems to be her first feature directorial credit. So that's interesting. It's a great first film to have, you know? Working with J-Lo, O-Will.
Sorry, say that one more time.
J-Lo and O-Will.
Okay, just wanted you to hear how it sounded.
Is that our first bullet point for our social post about this?
It's just how you...
J-Lo and O-Will.
Yeah, but it's when you say it, it sounds like it's not a thing.
Well, no one would ever have known it wasn't a thing if you didn't call me out on it. It sounds so good.
It doesn't.
This movie came out on Valentine's Day weekend, so February 11th.
And Super Bowl weekend.
Yes, and Super Bowl weekend, which we'll talk about a little bit soon. It came out on theaters, and it went straight to the Peacock streaming service. It opened to $8 million. And internationally, it made $8.6 million. So total so far, $16.6 million. It's not terrible, I don't think. However, it did open third at the box office behind Death on the Nile. In a perfect world, we're talking about that movie this week, I feel like.
Yeah, that's very true.
It opened behind Death on the Nile and Jackass Forever, which that came out last week, I believe. So that's still holding up at number 2. In another perfect world, we're reviewing Jackass Forever. It's getting really good reviews. Have you seen that?
No.
There's been like this weird, so I watched Jackass when I was a kid. At my friend's house because my parents would never let me watch it. So lame, I know.
All you have to do is just turn on Comedy Central or MTV, and they say all the cusses at 1 a.m. They say all of them. Okay. You don't have to ask your parents or shit.
Well,
you just have
I was normally asleep at 1 a.m. because I was a child.
Yeah, me too, but except I wasn't asleep. I was up watching every single Jackass that's been made.
Well, I used to watch them when I was younger, and growing up, I think back on it, and I'm like, those were shitty movies, right? Like, who the fuck cares? And then I'm realizing now that apparently a lot of people do in the film critic community. A lot of people are like, "Oh wow, Johnny Knoxville, our hero, Jackass Forever,"
Oh,
and
no.
I mean, Dave Jen on one of my favorite podcasts was very hyped for this movie.
I am very shocked by that.
So I'm not joking when I say I wish we were talking about it. Maybe we'll talk about it when it comes out on VOD.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you ever seen a Jackass like all the way through? Like
did you not hear me say every
guess
single
you're right.
one? There's only like a 3.5. I've fucking seen it.
okay, so you're a fan.
I'm not saying I'm a fan. I'm saying that when I can't sleep and it's 1 a.m. on MTV or whatever, that's what I'm watching.
Okay. Okay. So this movie has a Rotten Tomato score of a critic score of 59 and an audience score of 93.
Okay.
But here's the weird part: the cinema score is a B plus. And here's my theory behind that. You ready?
Yeah.
Cinema score is surveying people going to the theater, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna guess the majority of people watch this on Peacock. So the audience score is mainly fueled by Peacock viewers, while cinema score is fueled by the theater viewers, right? And this movie's just simply not good enough to go to the theater for. If I saw this in a theater, I would be not happy. What's that one movie we saw in the theater that wasn't good? All right, so we had some recording issues, and it was a sign from the Lord that our ranting about what this movie was way too long. So we did look it up though before we started recording again. And Like a Box is the movie I'm thinking of. Not a good movie, but if I would have watched it at home, I would have been a lot more satisfied with it than going to a theater to see it.
Yeah.
I think we saw that on Valentine's Day.
I wouldn't say that because Sonic came out on Valentine's Day.
Oh, you're right.
And we definitely saw Sonic.
We did see Sonic on Valentine's Day. Anyways, back to this movie. I just think that if you're going to a theater in a pandemic to see this movie, you're not going to be happy. But if you sit at home and don't do anything and kind of like look at your phone while watching it on Peacock, good.
Might not be too bad.
Yeah. I'd say decent. I think I rated it 2.5 stars, but decent.
2.5 out of 10?
No, out of 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So some marketing metrics here, some marketing insights. Universal spent $15 million on TV ads before it's released in theaters. So when I thought the box office was doing well, to know that it barely made back the money on TV ads is not great, because the movie also had a budget.
Yeah.
I don't know why they spent so much money on that. Also, according to Relish Mix, which is a media analytics service, the film had an impressive social media reach of 546.5 million interactions. That's higher than West Side Story, higher than The Greatest Showman guy, and also Bohemian Rhapsody. So that's a lot. And I will say that I don't think I interacted with West Side Story, Greatest Showman, or Bohemian Rhapsody, but I was tweeting about Marry Me a lot. I was very excited for this movie. So it tracks on my end. Were you excited for this movie?
No. I don't know how you watch the trailer and don't think, this is going to be trash.
Okay, listen. Owen Wilson in the crowd, a little lost puppy, holding a sign that says "Marry Me." He doesn't know what he's holding. He has no clue. Marries Jennifer Lopez?
You're not making it sound appealing to me.
I don't understand. Another thing that happened with this is the soundtrack for the film was released 1 week before release, which pretty typical for a lot of films, I think. But this one actually had music and songs written for it and everything. Haven't heard much of those songs outside of the movie.
Yeah, but I thought in the movie they weren't terrible.
No.
I was like, this sounds like pop today.
Yeah, I like that part where she's like, "Mama, mama, 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 marry me." You know what I'm saying? Where it's kind of like she's saying like "mama" like a bunch.
Uh-huh.
Did you like that?
I don't know what you're even talking about.
Oh, okay. Moving on then. Did you watch the Super Bowl, Alyssa?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Me too.
You sat right next to me the whole time.
You weren't supposed to let anyone listening know that.
Why?
It's called a segue. I was segueing to the next section instead of just saying, all right, moving on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't know.
My podcasting skills were on display there.
You need to communicate with me before the episode that's what we're doing.
Oh, okay. So the Super Bowl aired on NBC and also aired on Peacock. This was 2 days after the release of Marry Me, of course. There was an ad for Marry Me during the Super Bowl, though, and it said streaming now on Peacock. I thought that was interesting for a couple reasons. One, because it's past like opening weekend for it. You know what I mean? Like Sunday night, you're not gonna contribute to any like opening weekend numbers, so it sort of shows to me that.
Yeah, but there were so many people watching it.
I know, but I'm saying it shows to me that like if Peacock wanted to advertise "Marry Me" during the Super Bowl, and they wanted it to have a big like opening weekend impact, they would have had "Marry Me" come out next week.
That's a good point, but also they wanted it for Valentine's Day.
I understand, but like the Super Bowl is like a huge thing, you know?
Yeah.
But I think what this kind of shows is that like that initial box office weekend, at least for this movie, didn't matter. Like those numbers don't really matter much, you know? They're way more focused on getting subscribers into Peacock and stuff like that.
That's true.
So by showing that Sunday night, you're showing that you're giving up that maybe that weekend boost you can maybe get, but you're hopefully getting a lot of people getting on Peacock at the Super Bowl and watching the movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So you didn't hear about another cool thing that happened?
Sure.
All right. Snapchat concert. Did you hear about this?
No.
Okay. So Universal teamed up with Snap Inc. That's like the corporation name of Snapchat. Snap Inc. It's shorter. Some might even say snappier.
Continue.
I personally think Snap would be snappier than Snapchat, honestly, because there's two snaps and not one snap. You know what I'm saying?
No, please please just tell me about the Snapchat concert, please.
Right. Well, the company Oz developed this virtual concert. Fans could join. They could log in with Snapchat, and you would see your Bitmoji in the crowd.
I'm very upset that I didn't know about this now.
Yeah, and J-Lo and the guy who played Bastion, which I'm blanking on his real name right now, performed. Well, I'm not sure if they performed. Now I'm thinking about it, it's very likely just some avatars performed to like a pre-recorded song, you know? Because listen, I don't think you're getting J-Lo in like a metaverse type Snapchat concert.
I mean, you could if it's maybe pre-recorded.
Maybe. But she's too busy with Ben. You know, she's got stuff to do.
She's got to get ready for the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Which, hey, good segue. Speaking of the Super Bowl, did you watch it this year?
Yeah, I actually did.
Oh, cool.
I watched it right on Peacock.
Oh, wow, me too, on Peacock. Interesting.
Which you can get a subscription to for...
I don't know. They're not sponsoring us, so don't you dare send people to Peacock.
Okay.
The moment they hand us that check, then I'll happily tell you how much you can subscribe to Peacock for. So Jennifer Lopez, who attended the Super Bowl with Ben Affleck, if you watched, you might have seen them on the telecast. That's great. That's really cool. Love them. You know, Hollywood's biggest power couple right now. Wouldn't you say?
Not at all.
Really?
You're joking.
Name a bigger power couple than
Pete
Jennifer
Davidson
Lopez.
and Kim Kardashian. I'm very interested
Are
right
they
now.
actually a couple?
They are still going. You got Tom and Zendaya, who just bought a house in London for $4 million.
Okay.
You got Khloe Kardashian and Travis Barker, which I'm super into right now.
Okay. Well, but you also have Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, who like constantly look like they both just like smoked 7 cigarettes and had sex 7 times. Like anytime you see them, that's what it looks like just happened before the moment you saw them. You know what I'm saying?
What does that mean?
It means that they're Hollywood's biggest power couple.
Okay. Did you actually know? I read an article that says Pete Davidson's actually moving to Brooklyn, out of Staten Island. Staten Island. We know he's lived there forever.
He hates Staten Island, though.
Of course, they hit.
There's no way he lives in Staten Island.
He
right
for
now.
sure does, and his mom lives with him, or she did for a long time.
Why are we talking about Skeet? Have you seen that?
No, what are you saying?
I don't know why, And there's a very good reason that maybe I shouldn't have said that name. I don't know. It could be very inappropriate. But I do know that that's how Kanye is referring to Pete.
Okay, that makes... Okay.
Yeah,
right.
so...
Okay, so J-Lo was there with Ben.
Yeah, and she did post a picture on her Twitter of a... Now, bear with me here. I'm going to call it a sky drawing. But I don't know what they're actually called.
Yeah,
I also... when, like, the plane, there's a message in the air?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's called either.
Okay, well, sky drawing seems good.
Yeah.
Think of other names for it.
It's annoying me now because I know there's a name for it, and I know I've heard it before. I know the name.
Cloud words.
No.
Huh. I'm trying to think. Puff letters?
Puff letters is wrong.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it's close.
No, hey, puff letters is not it.
Okay, well, anyways, there were some cloud words that said, "Marry me, love Peacock." That was done above SoFi Stadium that J-Lo posted a picture of to her Twitter. And that's a pretty big viral marketing scheme there, you know?
I think so as well.
What are they called?
How do skywriting and sky typing work?
Skywriting actually just...
Seems right.
Seems right.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's skywriting.
Well, sky drawing wasn't that far off. I guess technically if they did a drawing and not words, it could be a sky drawing. I
mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. They should have done that. They should have drawn...
What?
Owen Wilson and J-Lo.
No.
In the sky above SoFi Stadium.
No, because then it also, like, floats away some and they'd be so, deformed.
That would be amazing. That would be so good. Now listen. There was not a lot of other marketing for this movie. There was a lot of, like, you know, just the social media channels.
Obviously, all the TV spots they paid for.
Yeah, a lot of TV spots and everything. The Super Bowl commercial. What's another thing, too, that I normally don't like talking about this stuff too much because I just don't know a lot about this side of, like, the industry. But I know that J-Lo did a pretty extensive, like, press tour for this film, you know? I saw, like, her in the news and stuff and, like you know, trade websites and everything a bunch. And I saw, like, articles about how, she is having trouble getting work as an actor. Like, she's having trouble getting, like, acting roles. Mm-hmm. Even after Hustlers, which she, like, killed it in, you know?
Yeah.
And I saw something that, like, even after that, she can't get any consideration for serious roles. She has started her own production company just to start making the shit that she wants to make. And that's really cool. I'm not sure if Marry Me is made by that company or not. But the fact that it exists is cool, but also sort of sad that it needs to happen that way, you know? Yeah,
it is good. It's really sad, actually.
Yeah. But hopefully she finds success there. Because if anyone needs more success, it's J-Lo. Cool. So you want to talk about some marketing ideas now?
Sure.
Okay, so I have a marketing idea.
Okay.
All right, I have two. Don't look at them. Did you look at them? Oh, yeah, you're blind. I forgot.
I literally can't see.
Okay, so you get an Owen Wilson lookalike. I would just say Owen Wilson, and if he's up for it, I'm down, but I don't think it's feasible to get Owen Wilson to do this. But you get him to go to a lot of big pop concerts around the country, all right? Get him those pit seats, and then...
He's holding up a sign saying, "Marry me"?
Yeah.
But on the bottom in really small text it says, "Now on Peacock"?
Sure. And I just kind of think he stands there the entire concert holding that sign, doesn't move, doesn't say a word, just kind of stands there. You know what I'm saying? Sort of like how Owen Wilson does in the movie.
That's an idea I'd come up with. That's a really good idea.
Cool. Do you have one?
No.
All right, let me go with my second one.
I probably would have said something like that, and you just basically swept it out from under me.
Okay. Night at the Museum, sequel / maybe reboot, depending on how you want to do it. But it's also like a soft sequel to Marry Me, all right? Now, what happens?
Bad idea.
Kat Valdez. Now, look, I understand this is technically fridging, and it's not great.
What's that mean?
But hear me out. Fridging is like when you kill a female character in order, like early in a story, in order to like motivate a male character.
Okay.
You know what happened in Deadpool 2?
Yeah.
Remember that? That's like fridging.
Ooh.
People were really upset at that because like Deadpool 1 creates this great character played by I cannot remember his name right now.
Reynolds.
No, not Ryan Reynolds. I'm talking about his girlfriend, fiance.
Oh, I was saying.
And then immediately in Deadpool 2, they like kill her off, and like the whole thing is about like bringing her back or whatever, which was rough. But anyways, I understand what I'm about to say is fridging. I apologize in advance. Kat Valdez.
If you have to apologize before, maybe you shouldn't say it.
Horrible private jet accident. She passes away. All right. Owen Wilson, devastated. Devastated, okay? What happens, though, he comes across a wax museum that has a wax sculpture of Kat Valdez in there. Mm-hmm. So what does he do? He gets a job at the museum, starts hanging out with her at night. Oh, no, what happens? All the wax figures come to life at night. So you have Owen Wilson hanging out with his, wife, Kat Valdez. Maybe, like, I don't know, Jimmy Carter, the president?
Okay. Okay, let's stop talking.
Elvis?
Yeah, it's already bad. I don't know why these people would be in the Smithsonian to begin with.
No, it's not the Smithsonian. It's a wax museum. It's like one of those Hollywood wax museums.
Okay.
And I think it'd be really cool to have like a little side character who is like a celebrity that you would not expect to be in a wax museum. You know what I'm saying?
Alien and Predator and Wax Museum. I definitely saw Tom Hanks, Marilyn Monroe, Elvis, you're right.
Yeah, so who's somebody that you wouldn't expect to see there? You know? Ronald McDonald. Why is he in a wax museum?
I don't know, because they always have like sculptures of him up outside of McDonald's. Or in a McDonald's.
Yeah. Do you like that idea, though?
No. Here's my next idea.
Okay.
So, you know how, like, sometimes Pixar is like, be cute, is if we mix everything up. So, like, there's, they had a bunch of cars, 1 trillion cars that you could buy at Walmart, and they had a bunch of different characters. You have to buy all of them, every single one. And they have, like, a Sully one and a Mike one. And those aren't the main ones, but it's cool if they have them. What if they did, like, a little short, and it was about Lightning McQueen, and then another car, and she was a superstar, and her name maybe was like Cat, whatever it is, and then it's 2 cars and they're in love, and it's just like a little short thing, and it reenacts actually the movie a little bit.
Okay, hold on one sec.
They've definitely done that in Pixar before.
So are you saying Pixar does this?
Yeah.
Why is Pixar doing this?
Because he is the voice of Lightning McQueen.
Oh, yeah.
Logan!
Wow.
And so, don't say that.
Wow.
And then, so it's like Lightning McQueen, he has a sign that says "Marry Me" at the concert, and she sees it, and then she marries him, but she's a car, he's a car, his name's Lightning McQueen.
He gets flashed by 2 cars, and he's like, no, not this time, because he's married now.
Yeah.
Remember when he gets flashed by cars?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a wild thing to put in a kid's movie, right?
Yeah, well, kids don't understand it.
Yeah, I think I understood it when I saw it.
I didn't.
Oh, well, maybe I didn't. I don't know. I was 8 when that movie came out. No, 10. I probably understood it. I was a very mature child, you know what I'm saying? That was a very cringe thing to say. It was a joke, just so you know. Don't stare at me like that. Why are you just staring at me?
I'm not even looking at you anymore.
Okay. So should I come up with another idea?
I don't know if you can top that idea I just had.
It
was kind of cool at the end, like how they did like a When Harry Met Sally thing, where it's like, oh yeah, we met at this time, but is it real?
Yeah.
Was it real? Because that would be kind of cool to do like a contest to be like, do you want to be in the Marry Me movie? And they like put things like that in there, but it's only cool if it's real and it was like a sweepstakes, and maybe you got to like meet the cast.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Ben Affleck steps aside. He steps down from his current position as one half of Hollywood's biggest power couple. He steps down. He gets replaced by Owen Wilson. J-Lo and Owen Wilson actually get married in real life.
Okay.
What a stunt. What a publicity stunt.
Definitely a publicity stunt. What about it?
And we can somehow piss Kanye off.
Yeah, we probably could piss Kanye off.
And then you save $15 million on TV ads. You don't need to do any of that anymore.
Well, how do we piss Kanye off?
And we pocket the $15 million because we saved them that. How do you? I don't know how. I feel like I feel like it's not even worth discussing how, because like it'll happen some way, you know.
Yeah.
Here's another idea. You ready?
Okay.
Okay. You put out a call for submissions for couples to submit videos of them singing the "Marry Me" duet.
Okay.
To each other, you know.
Okay.
And or that's really cool, and we can even record one and post it on Twitter, right?
Nope.
You don't want to do that?
Not at all.
Not at all.
I can't sing.
Neither can I. That's not stopping me.
Okay, well, I'm not going to embarrass myself on the internet.
Another thing, you get Kat Valdez, J-Lo on TikTok. Let her sing her parts of "Marry Me." Put the other parts on the screen so people can duet them.
Oh, yeah. A good TikTok. That'd actually be really good.
Yeah, and then you get that one guy who just makes noises doing it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, that's a cool idea, right?
Yeah, that is actually a good idea. That would have been actually a really good thing for them to do. And guess what? Probably wouldn't have cost them as much as it did for all those TV ads.
They should, you know how you can like become an ordained minister?
For sure.
They should somehow make the song "Marry Me." Like they should make that song an ordained minister so that when you listen to it, you're married.
Nope. That doesn't work.
It could work.
Nope.
This is the future. This is Web3, baby. This is NFTs. This is crypto. All in one. The song... this is all leading to one thing. Making single MP3s ordained ministers so that when you listen to them, you are married. To who? That's not up to you, because then I think you get into a lot of weird, creepy situations. But
yeah, see, that's... No. You also have to buy a marriage license.
No. The song does that for you. That's what your Spotify subscription is going to, is your marriage license. Wouldn't that be a good idea?
No!
It doesn't make any sense, but it'd save people money on getting married. Well, I think that's everything for the episode.
Yeah, that's it. We're done.
Oh, okay. Wow, you're really, really determined to end it here. Well, thank you for listening. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Marketers Cut. You can find the podcast anywhere you can find podcasts, or on YouTube. Learn more on our website, marketerscut.com.
And just so everyone knows, our website is actually free to visit, and this podcast is also free to listen to.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone listening to this is aware of that, because they didn't pay any money.
Yeah, we need to make an ad saying that our podcast is free.
Cool. Maybe most podcasts are, so...
That's the thing. Listen, I've been listening to podcasts, and I already told you the slogan. The guy said you can listen to this for free on any platform. And guess what? Maybe some people don't know that everything is free. So why don't... We should be at least saying that is free.
But is spending 30 to 40 minutes listening to us, like, is that really free? You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying that we should be paying them to listen to us?
Quite possibly. Let's. You know, I don't want to say anything else on that end. You're right. Free to listen to. Listen to us for free.
Thank you.
I want to thank Jacob Wall for his art. Find more of his work on Instagram at Kufnar. That's Kuufnar. And yeah, next week we will be talking about... You know what? I have no clue what's coming out, so it's a surprise. I don't know what's coming out at all anymore. Like, next week we'll probably talk about, like, I don't know, Marry Me 2? Like, will that be out by next week?
I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Well, thank you for listening. Goodbye.
Bye. Peace. See ya. Adios.